Good day children. Today in this video we'll be seeing the grammar part for the lesson Kathmandu. It is a continuation part, and in which we'll be learning the colon and semicolon along with simple present tense. So let's get started. Now, talking about the colon. The colon indicates a break between two main clauses which is stronger than a comma but weaker than a full stop. I repeat again, colon is stronger than a comma. Okay, it is more stronger than comma, but it is weaker than a full stop. You cannot just complete a sentence using a colon, okay? But you can just, it is just more stronger than a comma. Okay, a colon is used in front of a list. Now, as you can see the example itself, I've first written it as a colon is used and I've listed some of the examples, isn't it? Yes, so in front of a list, I used three colors. Colon, green, blue and pink in front of the list. Before I list something, I will just add a colon. Okay, the next one. Make sure you wear clothes made from natural fibers, cotton, silk and wool. Okay, and the next use of the colon is in front of explanation or a reason. Now, the first sentence you're going to see is explanation. Nevertheless, the main problem reminded what should be done with the two men. Okay, here is an explanation. You're asking for an explanation. The next one is for a reason. I decided against going away this weekend. This means I'm not going outside this weekend because the weather forecast was dead full. I'm not going out this weekend because the weather outside is not good. Okay, this is very bad. The weather is very bad. So here I'm giving a reason why I'm not going outside. So I'm keeping a colon here. Okay, after introductory headings. Cooking time, colon, about 5 minutes. Start time, colon, 10 o'clock. Okay, the next one. In front of the second part of the book title. Now, here is an example. Farming and wildlife, a study in compromise. Okay? To introduce direct speech, especially in American English or when the quotation is particularly long. This kind of method is used in American English or if the quotation is particularly long. For example, the first one. He said, colon, you owe me $3.50. In the next example, you can see the health minister said, colon, the NHS IT program will mean that patients will get access to more comprehensive information to help them make choices. So this is particularly a very long sentence, isn't it? A very long direct speech. So here we are using colon. Okay. Now, why do we use semicolon? What is the usage of semicolon? The semicolon is used to mark a break between two main clauses when there is a balance or a contrast between the clauses. That means, now, see the first one, compare it with the next one. Now, we'll see the first comparison. The engine roared into life, full stop. The propellers began to turn. The propellers is like, which I've shown there. It's look like an exhaust fan, which you can see in the plane, the flights. Okay. The next point is the plane taxied down the runway ready for takeoff. Now this is the first comparison. Okay. Now compare it with the next sentence which I've written here. The engine roared into life, semicolon. The propellers began to turn, semicolon. The plane taxied down the runway ready for takeoff, full stop. Now children, it's just like where you put add comma after listing out certain things. Like I've used the colors red, comma, yellow, comma, blue. Okay, and green. Okay, but here you can see it is a very big sentence, isn't it? The engine roared into life is it is a sentence. You cannot add comma over there. You cannot add comma after in these sentences, because these are the continuation of how the plane taxied in the runway, isn't it? So for a sentence, how will you add comma? You cannot add comma. Instead of comma, you will add semicolon. That's why I've said semicolon is used to mark a break between two main clauses where there is a balance or a contrast between the clauses. Okay? I'm talking about simple present tense. You know what a simple present tense is. Okay. Now, simple tense shows moments in time, timeless states, and habitual or respective actions. Now, what do you mean by habitual or respective actions? What do you mean by habit? Now, see the second example here. Julie keeps a diary. What do you mean by that? It's a habit, isn't it? Julie keeps a diary. She has the habit of writing diary. Now, the third one. See the third one. Rob usually walks to school. It's a respective action which happens all the day. Yes? Now, the first one, moments in time. It's like it tastes good, which happens now. And usually it tastes good. Okay? Now, coming to the recollecting part. The first one, I like coffee for breakfast, but everyone else in my family dash tea. In the bracket is prefer. The next one, what dash do in the bracket Jemmy usually have for breakfast? Next, the train dash in the bracket leave at 10:40 a.m. and dash arrive in the bracket at 3:30 p.m. Now pause the video for 2 minutes and try to answer all these questions. So here is your answer. I like coffee for breakfast, but everyone else in my family prefers tea. So it is prefers tea. Okay? The next one. What dash do? It's not do, does. Okay? What does Jemmy usually have for breakfast? The next one, the train leaves at 10:40 a.m. and arrives at 3:30 p.m. Okay? Dear learners, hope you understood the usage of colon and semicolon in detail and the simple present tense. Thank you, children.